there's somebody out there you know of that's not well, by all means, call Marie, let us know. Hope everyone's having a great week. I hope this is something that we're going to be able to continue, and it is just a learning curve here, and hopefully the internet is working well and the people on Facebook are able to join us also. We're going to be in Hebrews 3 tonight. I don't know what, I've been trying. Wednesday nights have been tough. I've been trying to pick out some topics or think about some things that would be helpful, that would be pertinent to this time. You know, there's differences in the world religiously, okay? There's differences doctrinally, there's differences in theology, there's differences all around us. But there'll come a time when we can, maybe get back to the differences. But right now, I'm not sure that's it. I'm not sure that right now's the time for name calling or finger pointing or being down on this group or down on that group or upset with this group. I really think right now the time is for something good, for something positive. And so if you've been watching on Wednesday nights, I've tried to cover some topics that would cause us to think critically, but would also be basic knowledge of the Scriptures to help encourage us, to help motivate us. I know there's a lot of people tonight that they're struggling spiritually. And this whole time away has weakened them spiritually. Now, they may not admit that, but it seems that that's a fair assessment of where they are. And so tonight I just wanted to back us up and remind us of the importance of encouraging. Isn't that why we're here? To encourage each other. God didn't command us to come together on the middle day of the week, did He? So we're not here tonight to fulfill a commandment that God has given in the sense of coming together for worship. I'm not implying at all that we shouldn't be here. I'm simply just saying we're here for a different purpose. We are here to honor God, to worship God, but it's not like the first day of the week. That is a clear commandment, a clear desire of God. And so Wednesday nights are different. They're different from the standpoint of format. They're different from the standpoint of the majority of our time is usually spent in Bible study, in Bible classes. Of course, we're not able to do that right now, but hopefully soon in the coming weeks, months, maybe we'll get all that back to normal so that we can have Bible classes and study together with our age group and with our teachers in our small Bible classes. That's for encouragement. That's for learning. So what is it that is important about encouragement? It always thrills me to think about Barnabas. That wasn't his name, was it? In Acts 4, verse 36, the apostles gave him the name Barnabas. We don't even know him by his real name, Joseph, but we know him by Barnabas. And obviously we know what Barnabas means, son of encouragement. So what is it that is needed right now more than anything else in the Lord's church? Well, I don't know that I know the answer to that, but I'm going to give you my opinion. I think it's encouraging. We need to be encouraging one another. We need to be strengthening one another. We need to be communicating with one another. And thus, one of the major reasons why we come together on Wednesday night. To be able to see each other again. To be able to laugh with each other. To be able to communicate with each other. And trust me, this whole internet thing just doesn't do it, does it? It's not the same as face-to-face. Sure, we can talk Bible, and sure, we can learn together and share comments together, but it's just not the same as being face-to-face. There's so much more encouragement by being together, by knowing you're well, by knowing what's going on in your life this week, and we've been missing that. And because of that, I'm afraid that some need more encouragement tonight than perhaps we once did, and we may all need some. In Hebrews 3 and verse 12, the Bible says, take care. In your standard version, maybe your translation says, urge the brethren. Urge the brethren, lest there be any of you an evil, unbelieving heart, leading you to fall away from the living God. We began tonight to think about together this idea of urging, this idea of spurring on, this idea of being watchful, being mindful, being considerate, being understanding of one another. We've been talking about this because, as I mentioned Sunday, as Jeff mentioned Sunday, as many have mentioned, we're in a transitional time here, and it almost seems, I told somebody today, I'm not sure we shut down at the right time, and I'll just leave that there, because it's almost like we got ahead of the curve here, and now here comes the curve. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what's right or wrong or good or bad, but it almost seems confusing in a lot of ways. And so the importance, the emphasis upon urging, upon taking care, upon being attentive to others, being understanding of others. That's very difficult when you don't think like I think. And that's very challenging when you have a different opinion than what I have. Or when you feel that it ought to have went this way or that way. And oftentimes people share those differences in a very public way, like on social media. It gets kind of ugly. You ever seen that? You seen any of it lately? It happens, okay? We need to be more understanding. We need to be more attentive. We need to be more accepting. I'm not saying accepting of wrong or accepting of evil or accepting of sin. I'm simply implying that we need to realize that all of us are in a different place, not just spiritually, but also physically. And so, as we urge one another, I'll illustrate it like this. If you want to push my 3 children, you push them all differently. You can't urge them all the same way. It doesn't work like that. They're 3 different people. You know how that is. So one kid is motivated, one kid is encouraged one way, another one another way, and the third one a different way. And you can't just use a uniform pattern of motivation for everybody. It's different. So if we're going to urge, if we're going to motivate, if we're going to push, why are we doing that? Well, obviously, one of the biggest reasons why is because, well, there's a thing out there called apostasy. That's a fancy word for could care less, right? And so, if we don't motivate, if we don't urge, if we don't encourage, if we don't love, if we don't care, then people may develop a heart of could care less, apostasy. It's on every corner. We're one generation away, Willie Hamlin would always say. We're just one generation away. At this point in our lives and in our history, we may just be 1 or 2 weeks away with this whole pandemic thing, and apostasy is all around us. People just kind of throwing in the towel, people giving up, people without hope or a lack of understanding, and so instead of trying to understand, they just give up. Another reason why we need to urge people is because people get distracted very easily. And so there's a lack of focus. You know, it takes focus, it takes intention, it takes purpose, and to be purposeful, to be faithful. In other words, you don't just haphazardly your way into a faithful relationship with God. You don't keep a faithful relationship with God by just kind of floating with no focus. And the devil knows that. One of his greatest tools, and I battle it every day, is distraction. It's so easy to get distracted. And that happens at work, and it happens at home, and it happens in life. Thankfully, the Lord has blessed me. I've been driving a long time. I am a distracted driver, okay? And thankfully, I've been fortunate enough not to cause any harm to this point. Distractions are all around us. It's hard. There's so many things that are pulling and that are competing for our attention and for our mind and for our eyes and for our thoughts. And it's easy to lose focus. Especially at a time like this. Jeff mentioned watching the news or turning on the TV and boom, off you go, distracted. Or you pick up your phone and you scroll through your phone and boom, off you go, distracted. And if we're not careful, we do the same spiritually. We live that way spiritually where we don't have a lot of focus. We don't have a lot of purpose to what we're doing. We're just kind of floating along. Because of that, people need urging. People need encouraging. They need motivating. They need pushing along. But you've got to know how to push. Some need pulled, don't they? Some need pushed. Some need you to stand beside them and just kind of say, okay, now, come on, let's go. You know, I think about the days of being able to go to the nursing home and visit, and oftentimes you run into the physical therapist, you know, and I don't envy those people at all. I appreciate what they do, but you know, they go in one room, and this patient, you know, just up and at them, and here we go, right? And then they go in the next room, and you know, it's like pulling teeth to get them out of the bed, you know. I don't envy those people at all, the patience that they have to have, because people are different. So some people, you can push them right along, and some people you have to pull, and some people you need to walk alongside, and they say, hey, you know what, if you'll go, I'll go. But I'm not going to go till you go. And so, urging people. We get this idea when we hear the word urge to just push. And some people don't push well. As a matter of fact, the more you push, the more they push back. And that isn't going to be productive. So we've got to understand who we're dealing with here and how do we motivate, how do we encourage, how do we help them be in a better place? Because here's what's bound to happen. There can be a seed or just a speck of evil that gets in there. Notice how verse 12 develops this process. And when that happens, guess what? It develops, it germinates into an unbelieving heart. And guess what an unbelieving heart causes you to do? Causes you to fall away from the living God. And so, what happens is the Truth for Today commentary has a diagram that develops this out. And so what happens is that it's just that little seed of doubt. It's just that little seed of don't care, or it's not important, or it shouldn't matter, or it's just that little bitty, right? But when that little bitty seed, that little bitty speck is given some time, and the person isn't motivated or urged in a different direction. My children, you can see it on their face when they're headed down the wrong direction. Was your children like that? You can see it on their thinking, right? That they know better. They know they shouldn't do it, but they start contemplating it, right? And if you watch them close enough as a parent, you get, and have you ever said as a parent, don't you do that? Well, they ain't done nothing. But you know what's in their mind. You know what their process is. And what's happening right there is the same thing that happens spiritually. There's that little flaw. And that little flaw it's not good, but we can't stop all little faults. And so we have them sometimes, but as we contemplate it, then it germinates into the heart, then it sprouts, then it spreads. And so if we could stop it while it's a thought, it's like, hey, I know what you're thinking. Don't you do that. And we've stopped the action before it happens. The same way works spiritually. If we would be so attentive and so involved, and it's hard right now. That's why we're missing it. We're missing it because we're not seeing each other as much, and we're not involved in each other's lives, and we're not doing youth activities as much, and we're not doing church-wide fellowship activities, and so it's harder. It's more challenging right now. It's easier for us to have those thoughts and allow them time to develop into something that's not good. And ultimately what happens if you don't stop that process or turn it around, there's an eventual falling away from the living God. And so the authors of Hebrews say this in verse 13. But exhort one another every day. Every day. It's great to be coming back to services here at the building twice in a week. That's something I ain't done in 10, 11, 12, 13? I've done lost count. But to be together twice in 1 week. He says, every day. Encourage, exhort one another every day. We're in the process right now thinking, if we could just get back together twice a week, this would be just amazing. This would be awesome. On a normal week, it'd be 3 times a week, and maybe throw in a fellowship activity here or there, 2 or 3 times a month. And so we're talking 3 times a week, 3 or 4 times a month, outside of worship and meeting and Bible study. And then we're thinking, boy, I just love to get back to those days safely. This is asking us to encourage one another every day. Not 3 times a week, not 3 or 4 times a month. It's every day. As long as it is called today, our souls are at stake today, aren't they? Today is important. Today is the day of salvation. Paul would tell the Corinthians that none of you be hardened by the deceitfulness of sin. Again, there's this whole process here that we're trying to avoid. We're trying to correct. We're trying to redirect to a different way. And that's what encouragement does. When we have that spiritual encouragement, that's what I've been missing. I've been missing spiritual encouragement from God's family. And I think that while you probably are in a pretty good shape and your gas tank has got some fuel in it, I'm just kind of thinking that there's a lot of tanks out there that are kind of empty. And it may be that I need to pick up the phone tomorrow or Friday. I may need to call or text or send an email or maybe drive by and sit in the driveway and holler out the window. Or something of that nature. Maybe there's somebody out there whose gas tank is on E spiritually. It's that encouragement that they need, that they've been missing, that they're unable to have. I visited with a couple on Monday evening, and it was said 3 times, we're just stuck here in the house. And that's the way we've all been to some degree. And it is very depressing. We get cabin fever. It doesn't matter how much we love each other as husband and wife, we want to see somebody else every now and then, right? And so it has been trying, and we need encouragement every day. We need to exhort one another every day. Maybe you remember that passage a couple of chapters over in chapter 10. You remember that, verses 24 and 25? Verse 24 of Hebrews 10 says, let us consider how to stir one another up. Now, we can do that pretty good, can't we? In a negative way. That's not what we're talking about here. We know how to push each other's buttons, don't we? That's not what we're talking about here. No, the authors of Hebrews say to love and good works. Let us consider how to stir each other up. Let us consider how to push one another's buttons in a positive way, in an encouraging way, to love and to good works. Not neglecting, verse 25, not neglecting to meet together as the habit of some, but encouraging one another. And we've used verse 25 to encourage people to assemble, when in reality we assemble to encourage. Did you follow me? We've used verse 25 of Hebrews 10 to encourage people to assemble, when really what the authors are saying is we need to assemble in order to encourage. That's why we assemble, among other reasons, but especially on Wednesday night, to learn about God's Word, to learn from the Bible, and to encourage one another, to strengthen one another, to be there for one another, to be involved with each other. Why? Because Hebrews 3 and verse 14 makes it very clear. The goal here is to share in Christ. Why is encouragement important? Why do we want to help people? Why do we want to strengthen people? Why do we want to build others up? Because we want them to be able to share in Christ. I get tickled on the inside. I try not to laugh outwardly. When somebody says to me, I'm good with all this Jesus stuff. I just don't want the church. And I'm thinking, you really don't get the Jesus stuff, do you? Because the Jesus stuff is the church. You can't have Christ without the church. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the family. That's the beauty of being together. That's the beauty of being there for each other. I've said it on several occasions, and I've heard some of you say it. I don't know what people do without a church family. I don't know what people, I don't know how they live. I don't know what they do when they need something. I don't know how they handle it when they disaster hits or something breaks or goes wrong. Who do they call? Who do they lean on to help them, to be there? I don't understand that world, and I'm thankful that I don't. To be able to share in Christ. You see, I want Christ, and I want the church. Because I realize that there is a great value in being able to share in Christ with the family. And so tonight, I would close by saying and reminding you of what Galatians 6 and verse 9 says. Galatians 6 and verse 9. And let us not grow weary in doing good. Don't grow weary. Hang in there. I don't know when this will all be over or if it will all be over. Ever. I don't know. We'll modify some things and we'll move on in different ways, no doubt, if time continues. But we may deal with this virus for the rest of the time as we know it. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what it looks like. to not grow weary. Keep doing good. Keep striving to be what God wants you to be, for in due season, Galatians 6 and verse 9, we will reap if we don't lose heart. I'm not unrealistic to think that it's going to take the church a while to get back to where she was. And that's going to require patience, and it's going to require perseverance, and it's going to require encouragement. And we're going to all have to love each other enough to be there for each other, to urge, verse 12 of Hebrews 3, to urge each other, to exhort or encourage each other, verse 13, daily, that we might together share in Christ. We're going to close with a prayer, as we have been doing on Wednesday night for those that are online. So if you will, bow with me. Father in heaven, we are grateful for the day you blessed us with. Thank you for this time to be together, for each one that is here. Thank you for your word, for the opportunity to open it, to study from it. May we be encouraged by it. Help us, Father, to focus on the positives of life, to realize that you are still in control, that you are still the same God you always were, always have been, always will be. Thank you so much for Jesus, for his death on the cross, for the forgiveness of our sins that we need. Father, thank you for your church. Remind us often. Help us to never take it for granted, ever. The blessing of being family. May we be there for each other. May we encourage each other. May we be there for those who are struggling, for those whose faith has weakened because of a lack of consistency in being together and seeing each other and all of those wonderful blessings that we have and that we enjoy. We ask you, Father, to continue to guide us and be with us. Most of all, we ask you to bless us and forgive us. Through Jesus, I pray. Amen. I'm going to turn this off, and then I'm off the invitation pack.